Hello, CBS Army. Today, we're going to talk about top NFT, Metaverse, gaming coins that you should be looking out at your hunt in this crypto Metaverse ride in 2021. So, let's get started. Before we get started, I just wanted to give you a heads up that we're not going to cover big market cap coins in this aspect, in this area. For example, Sand, Axie Infinity, or Decentraland None, right? Because they're already pretty much heavy on the investments and on the market caps. And the rationale behind the picks I'm recommending today are they're somewhat some sort of growing up. They're not as much as saturated as those three other coins I mentioned. So your rationale should be getting those coins early and having to see the potential that could cross multi-billion in the market cap. So with that, let's get started. So let's start with the first thing if you've been in my channel since some time. And I give this pick away, Gala Games, at least 2 times, one on its own solo video and one in the top 6 picks that you should be looking on in 2021. So let's start with, I kind of recommended it when it was around $0.1. And if you followed that call, you would have made as much as 4.5 times, right? I did call it like a 10x coin and it's still valid, but given the fact that it was at 0.1, the call was pretty legit, right? So again, coming back to this pick, it is still booming a lot. It is now taking a rest, coming in from 0.45 plus to 0.38. And you should start looking into opportunities to buy Gala, right? It is at 2.6 billion, but as soon as it retraces, takes some time, takes some rest, you should start pumping money into it because it is going to be an amalgamation of a lot of games in the future. And I have discussed all about Gala in my solo Gala video that's going to be floating somewhere here if you need more information. Okay, so what I want to tell you now is, other than buying Gala coins, what I would recommend rich people or rich investors out there to go ahead and get some Gala nodes. Now, what this is going to enable for you is, after we've done this, after you made the call on buying this Gala node, you only have to have like a setup PC available for you to run it, and you're going to get like NFTs, Gala coins, all of it passively. You just don't have to do anything. You just have to run that node on your PC and you're good to go. So this is like a big investment, but it's going to turn out very well if you buy this. If you're a good enough of an investor, if you have that much money, go for it. And the thing is, if you buy Gala at a lower price, then come back up after a couple of days, the node Gala license price fluctuates with the price of the Gala. So let's say you buy Gala at 0.2, 0.3, and then you come back at 0.5 or $1, right? So the price of the Gala node is going to be obviously offset with respect to the Gala price. So you're going to make money in that aspect as well. So let's say you spend $20,000, for example, and the next day or a couple of days later, you see your investments double. Now, instead of spending $20,000, you'll be spending $10,000. So it's like both ways win for huge investors. So this is one of the things that I would strongly recommend if you are up for this big of an investment. Now let's get into the interesting bit. The second NFT DeFi privacy kind of pick to enable this metaverse situation in crypto is Oasis network, Rose. Now they're partnering with Meta AI, which was previously Facebook. So Facebook AI. Now, the Meta AI and Oasis Labs, or Oasis Network, is collaborating together to bring about an application of secure computing technologies in AI. Now, they haven't exactly mentioned what is that application, but if they are collaborating together, that is enough of news to bring pumps and attention into. So we'll see more about it in the early next year, but it's still becoming attraction attentive for a lot of investors right here, 30-40% gains. But yeah, as I've always said, do not chase pumps. Make sure they rest, give it some time, and then buy. Do not buy the tops. All right. So yeah, this could be another video on Oasis network, what's going on, what are they bringing to the table. It's mostly a blockchain that is privacy first to enable DeFi, NFT, Metaverse, whatever applications you want to bring about. So that's the second pick, which is Rose or Oasis network. Let's talk about the last pick in this Metaverse gaming NFT setup. So this one is underrated and on Binance Smart Chain. Now, every other project that I found in this area was around Ethereum, and you know how high Ethereum gas prices are. So with that advantage, if we look into the trends we saw before when it was like decentralized exchange era, when everything was pumping with respect to Uniswap, and then Pancake caught up. So I strongly feel that this is going to obviously turn into that competition or flow, that money coming in from Ethereum to BNB. So this is, in my opinion, one of the underrated picks. And what I'm mostly excited about this is the Mo land here. So it's not yet here, but it soon will be. So this is something to keep an eye on, especially if you saw Sand, Mana, those map-based picks going insanely crazy over those lands. So I strongly believe that this is something to look out for. It's early, and it is currently valued at around 500 million, which is obviously pretty low compared to other projects in this space. So it has the potential to do maybe 5 to 10x from here, right? So just keep an eye on this guy, MOBOX, MBOX, and yeah, I strongly feel this could be one of the underdogs in this space. Before we part ways, I wanted to give a bonus pick that probably people who are on my channel since some time would know. So I've been following Ethernity since some time. I've been trading on it. I've also given this as a pick of 2021 in previous video. And putting this in this particular context of Metaverse, there's a reason, right? And we saw this roadmap coming in 2.0, where in Q2 they have set to launch iCandy.io, a game, and then they will be shifting to P2E, play to earn. Now, all other projects here in the space, Gala games, Axie Infinity, or MOBOX, whatever you pick, they're all play to earn. So it's good to see that they're catching pace, because we know that Eternity is mostly like NFT marketplace plus DeFi setup. So it's pretty nice to see that they're moving into this gear. And if you happen to buy right now, it is dirt cheap, right? It is approximately 200 in market cap, and we've seen as high as $70, all-time high being $75 almost. So this is dirt cheap, right? And the roadmap says that, and we're early. If you happen to pick up one of my picks, and if you trust on the major picks I've given, for example, Gala and EGLD, among others, then I think you should take this one. And the recent all-time high was around 24, and once we break that 24 barrier, then we're all set for a $70 gain. So in my personal opinion, this could be one of the underdogs as well. That's why I'm putting this as a bonus, because not a lot of people are giving attention to it, and not a lot of people know that this will be soon launching P2E setup and bringing games, right? They're shifting focus as well. So this is obviously not one to be missed, and there's like at least 10 plus X gain, I think, that could be sitting. And previous all-time high was 70, right? So if that crosses, we're talking about $100 Ethernity, right? So I strongly feel this is one of the underdogs, and I would like to invite you all to invest right now. It's dirt cheap. And if you follow my calls, like my major calls, especially GLD, I think you should not miss on this one. All right, with that, I'll take leave. So let me know in the comments what you think about these specs. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.